60605.
The WHBN weather forecast is brought to you by the Old Bus Station Restaurant, offering good old-fashioned home cooking. Open for breakfast at 6 weekdays and Saturday at 8. The Old Bus Station Restaurant on South Greenville Street in Harrodsburg.
Scattered showers and thunderstorms tonight. Partly cloudy, low of 61. Wind gust to 21. Partly sunny tomorrow, high of 76. Mostly cloudy tomorrow night, low of 60. Partly sunny on Wednesday, high of 78. Mostly clear for Wednesday night, a low of 59. Sunny on Thursday with a high of 82.
Hey, sports fans, huddle up. It's time for the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report, a weekly football show with the high school head coaches at Danville, Boyle, Mercer, Garrett, and Lincoln counties, along with the Center College head coach and UK football coach. The Pigskin Report, brought to you by Pizza Hut in Harrodsburg. Earn free pizza with Hut Rewards. State Farm Insurance, here to help life go right. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky. Job Master Rental, let them help master your job. CC Auto Parts and Service, an Auto Value Certified Service Center. Now with the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report, here are your hosts, Rick Schobel and Joe Mathis.
And good evening from the Harrisburg Pizza Hut. Joe, I can't believe this. This is the 20th year of the Pigskin Report.
Yeah, 20 years for you.
20 years. I've been every
You've been
year.
Every single one.
I think, is this your 5th year or something like that? Johnny Sloan
no
started
longer than that.
Has it?
Yeah, I would say probably my 8th or 9th year.
Okay.
Yeah.
This was Johnny Sloan's idea of doing this.
And where is he?
Yeah, and
he abandoned ship.
He did. And
Unbelievable.
He made you the captain of the ship. And
stuck me in here.
Yeah.
On the crew.
Oh, I can't believe we're about ready to partake on another football season for high school and for college.
I feel like this is the official start of the season, right? The Monday before.
Yeah.
When we start interviewing the coaches in the morning show, when we all gather at Pizza Hut to talk high school football. Football season's underway. It's here.
And speaking of what's here, how about some specials here at the Harrisburg Pizza Hut?
They got 75-cent boneless wings. Now, I'm not sure that you can order just one for 75 cents, but they group those together. So you can get 8 wings for $6, 16 for $12, 24 for $18, and 48 wings for $36.
Party time.
Yeah, party time. 2 large pizzas, 1 specialty, and a 1-topping pizza. So you can mix those, 1 specialty large pizza and then a 1-topping large pizza. That's $23.99. The Big New Yorker is a double pepperoni or a create-your-own 1-topping, $13.99. You get 2 medium pizzas up to 3 toppings, $8.99 each, and a 1 large up to 5 toppings for $13.99. So that's what we got going on here at the Harrisburg Pizza Hut.
Again, if you're not familiar, we do interviews with the head football coaches of Mercer, Danville, Boyle, Garrett, Lincoln, and UK, and Center College. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we'll be having that come out. Can't believe UK. Another looks like a promising season. He's got some good athletes again coming in.
Yeah, got. I think I saw a list of the top transfers in college football, and Devin Leary, the UK quarterback, was ranked as the 2nd best transfer out of all the players in college football. So it should be a fun year for UK football again.
They just get that offensive line straightened out. Yep. Give him some time.
Yep.
And speaking of time, it's time for a timeout, and we'll get this puppy started. You are listening to the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report. We're back and better than ever. Live at the Harrisburg Pizza Hut. You're getting it on 99.5 FM, WHBN, 103.9 WHIR FM, and streaming live at hometownlive.net.
Great! See, we're practically sitting on the field. If you could sit here.
Your food and drinks will be right over.
Oh, yes! For the same price as way up here. Great seats. Right up here with a blimp. Why wouldn't you? It's the same with auto insurance. With discounts up to 40%, it's possible to get the personal service of a State Farm agent for the same or less than those other guys.
See your State Farm agent in Harrisburg, David Hopewell, and Randy Couch.
Hey, this is Matt from Job Master Rental. Most of us may have some weekend free time, so when you find yourself looking at a home project, come see us at Job Master. We'll get you the right tool for any job. We can help you tackle home improvement projects to major construction and everything in between. Take advantage of our weekend special, 1-day rental from 3 p.m. on Friday to 8 a.m. on Monday morning. From all of us at Job Master, go Rebs. Visit us at jobmasterrental.com. We have 2 convenient locations in Danville and Lebanon. Let us help master your job.
Whitaker Bank is dedicated to providing exceptional banking experiences to our fellow Kentuckians. We live in the communities we serve, and we work diligently to serve the needs of our neighbors. This is Rita McIntyre, head teller and branch manager of the South Branch located at 928 South College Street in Harrodsburg. Stop in and let us put our experience and customer service to work for you. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC.
The newest thing from Pizza Hut isn't pizza at all. New crispy, cheesy, loaded melts are made just for you.
Me?
That's right, just you.
Then why are you holding them?
Hey,
he's got my melts!
Okay, here you go. No one out-pizzas the Hut. Product availability, prices, and participation may vary.
This is the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report. And now, back to the show.
And we are live at the Harrodsburg Pizza Hut again. 75-cent boneless wings, 8 for $6, 16 for $12, 24, 18. Or you got a big party, a big family, 48 for $36. All right, let's get it started for the 20th year. We'll start off center coach Andy Fry. How many years have you been head coach at center?
Well, that was a quick question. Might be 25 or 24. I'm not really sure. I guess I never keep count. So.
Well, we'll have to do some research then to find out.
I've been here a while. How's that?
Yeah, you've been here a long time. The winningest coach in Center College football history, by the way.
Well, there's no one's gone as long as I have, so that's the difference. So, anyways, there's been some great coaches way before me, trust me.
Well, obviously, you got to be doing something right to hang around this long.
Yeah, I haven't done anything wrong. Maybe that's the way we all look at it. Yeah, there you go.
Well, Coach, tell us how your spring and summer went.
It went really well. I think the thing that I'm really pleased about is really two things. One, I thought we came out of spring better than we were at the end of November. So that was important to us as a coaching staff, that our schemes, our personnel, our abilities to do things both offensively and defensively, I could tell we improved. And then secondly is I thought we came out with an outstanding freshman recruiting class, 54. And what I've seen so far in our preseason, they're really athletic. I mean, we got guys that can run. We've got good size. We've got good length. And, I think, like I told them, though, we'll find out how good you will be in a year or two. But right now, it's like everybody says, boy, your guys look really good. Well, that doesn't always mean you're good, but it sure helps when you look good.
How many kids do you have on the roster right now, Coach?
120.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit heartening. I mean, I got to learn all the names. And, you've been here a while. You start – there's an association with names. I've coached maybe 4 people with the same last name over 40 years, and all of a sudden you call them by the name that you coached 15 years ago, their first name. I mean, that's just part of the business.
Now, you probably have to double up on some numbers, don't you?
Yeah, we double up on numbers, and obviously we try to find people that they do double up. That's an offensive player and that's a defensive player, so we don't have them on the field at the same time.
You and I were talking off the air here that it seems like every year your time goes quicker and quicker here, the time you have off in quotations.
Yeah, I would say that. I mean, I think like anybody, when they get older, life does travel quicker, faster, and there's just so much to do. The game has changed dramatically, especially when it comes to recruiting. When you're recruiting bright student athletes, they want to get their visits in the summer, and they start narrowing it down in the fall. They'll narrow it down to 2 schools or 3 schools. And then you've got the process of early decision or early action, where a lot of these students are they want to make their decisions, and they want to know if this is the fit and this is the outcome that I'm looking for, the experiences I'm looking for. So that's changed. And then, we start a little bit earlier in the preseason. We started, our kids reported August 8th, and right now we're in about a fourth practice. We have to go through the NCAA acclimatization, which means we'll be in uppers today and tomorrow, and then Wednesday we'll be in full, and then we'll have an inter-squad scrimmage this coming Saturday, and then we have a scrimmage at home against Mount St. Joe, which will be a great scrimmage. You know, they got in the playoffs last year, and I think I'm looking forward to seeing how good we will be. That'll be a good kickoff for us.
And I know it's awful early, but the health right now looking pretty good. You just had a couple practices.
Yeah, but that's a good point. We're really healthy. I mean, we've had a lot of times, you know, I keep a tally of that every year just to see how we're doing injury-wise. Because like you said, if you're not practicing, you're not getting better. And your team's not getting better because you're not practicing everybody. And we've been very fortunate so far. I mean, we've probably had maybe 2 people out, maybe 2 limited. That's pretty good when you talk about 120 people. You know, I've had, 12 out and 4 limited. That's 16 players. Well, this year, so far, so good.
Coach, one final question before I let you go. That fire still burning inside?
Yeah, I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't. You got kids that love to do what I do, and that's the great thing about Center. These men that choose to play here, they love the game of football. They love the team. They love being part of something bigger and greater than themselves, and they enjoy competing. And all those things are the reason why I coach. That's to make a difference for the good in their lives. I think football teaches and transforms kids' lives through what we practice every day, practicing these virtues of responsibility and dedication and commitment, sacrifice. I can go on and on and on. We talk about courage constantly. You have to be courageous in all those virtues. And what better way to do it? You can teach it, but you got to practice it. And that's what you do in football.
Coach, we look forward to talking again next Monday night.
Thank you.
All right, that was head coach Andy Fry. I'll tell you, Joe, I would send my son to play center for Andy Fry.
Yeah.
He is such a class act off the field as much as he's on the field.
A lot of people agree with you when you got 120 kids on the team.
Yeah.
Insane.
And no scholarships.
Yeah.
Basically.
Those are kids who love football.
Yeah. Speaking of loving football, Garrett County, Coach Crutchfield, what did you get accomplished this offseason?
We wanted to concentrate on getting stronger this offseason, and we started that process in December, and had most of our guys in weightlifting class. So I feel like we definitely added some strength on for the year and added some size on for the year. And then our summer plans, we went 3 days a week during June, and starting after dead period, we've been practicing 5 days a week. So off season went really well for us, and we're looking forward to seeing how those increases in weight, gaining weight and strength pays off for us.
That's if there's one word that I could echo that a lot of you coaches are saying is more time in the weight room, because number one, it gets them stronger, but hopefully that keeps you from getting little small injuries that can crop up when the kids aren't in top shape.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we had a lot of issues last year with some injuries, knee injuries. So we wanted to concentrate on just trying to gain overall strength for all of our guys.
Now, how many seniors did you lose last year?
I lost 4 seniors last year. We come back and we have 9 seniors this year.
What's the biggest class that you have right now of young men?
I have 23 freshmen right now. So.
Wow.
Freshman classes are big.
Are you of the mindset, Coach, that you're going to take the best athletes, the ones that show the most, no matter what class they're in?
Yeah, absolutely. If you are one of the top 11 guys and you're a freshman, then you're going to be playing. So, I think that's only fair. It's open spots for anybody that can earn them. So all of my guys know that going in. What's the health of your team right now as we speak the week before your first game? We got a couple of kids that are beat and banged up a little bit. We may miss one of our starters for the first game, but other than that, we're pretty healthy.
All right, and speaking of health, you go against Greene County in the bowl game in Stanford. Can you give us a little capsule review of what you've seen about Greene County's offense?
They're really physical. They like to run the football. They have a really good quarterback as well, and a few different capable receivers. The quarterback does a really good job of selling the play action and finding open receivers. And the offensive line they're really good size, and they're aggressive up front. They get off the football. They don't make a lot of mistakes, so they're a really, really sound football team. We definitely know that we have our hands full.
How do you match up? Now, one of the things that has been a carryover every year with Garrett County is you've usually had some big offensive linemen and some big, tough running backs too.
Yeah, we graduated a couple guys up front last year, so we're going to have some younger guys who are going to get the opportunity to play this year and show what they got. We do return both of our leading rushers from last year as well, so looking forward to playing an opponent and seeing kind of where we're at.
Now, you probably are the mindset. I know you like to open up the offense because everybody remembers you at quarterback, how you opened the offense of Garrett County. And you did that with over at Lincoln County, too. You got them very competitive and kind of, mixed up the offense a little more. Do you look to try to increase passing a little more? I know you try to, set the tone with rushing, but then hoping that opens up the passing game.
Yeah, I mean, we want to definitely be multiple and be able to do both. Running the football and establishing the run is what we're going to try to always do. But yeah, I mean, we're going to try to take advantage of what the defense gives us. If they're stacking the box and trying to take away the run, then we're definitely going to throw the football out there and spread them out and try to get our guys in space. So, we're just going to the offense we run, we kind of take what the defense gives us.
Greene County defensively, what do you think they're going to try to throw against you?
They operate mainly out of a old school 50 look where they're going to have 5 defensive linemen. They kind of walk their outside backers up on the edge, and they're very, very aggressive. They'll stun a little bit and move their guys up front, give you a few different looks up front as well. And they're very aggressive in the back end as well. I think when you watch Greene County, you definitely that they're trying to be the most physical team on the field, and they definitely try to set that tone on the defensive side.
How do you match up on special teams?
Well, to be honest with you, it's kind of hard to tell because everything scrimmage wise is dead. Special teams wise, at least our scrimmage has been, and so is theirs. So. We have a really good kicker that has hit a couple field goals in the scrimmages. So, I really like our kicking game, and we'll kind of see where we're at with the rest of the special teams.
Keys to a Garrett County win over Greene County on Friday night.
The main thing is we can't let them be the most physical team. We got to come out and match their physicalness. We got to make sure that we're executing on both sides of the football, making sure our alignment and assignments are correct, and that we're getting on blocks and sustaining blocks and not turning the football over, as well as getting 11 hats to the football on the defensive side. And, if we can do those things, we'll let the chips fall where they may.
Garrett County head football coach Crutchfield there. And you are getting it on the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report. Again, you want to save some money. 2 large pizzas, 1 specialty, 1 topping, $23.99. Big New Yorker, double pepperoni, or CYO, 1 topping, $13.99. 2 medium pizzas, up to 3 toppings, $8.99 each. A large, 1 large, up to 5 topping or specialty pizza, $13.99. More. And if you want to order ahead, 859-734-5143. 734-5143. Harrisburg Pizza Hut is where we are. The Pizza Hut Pigskin Report. Joe's hitting me with stuff. We'll be back after this timeout. You're getting it on 103.9 FM WHIR, 99.5 FM WHBN, and stream live at hometownlive.net.
Hear every play.
Ball's knocked loose, picked up by Kentucky.
Excited about this team.
Hear every hit.
All out blitz. Boom!
It's an exciting time.
Hear every touchdown.
He's throwing deep. He got it. Touchdown! 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 Kentucky!
Kentucky football.
We're ready to go.
On the UK Sports Network.
Z105, your home for the Cats and the hits, is WRNZ FM Z105. Go Cats!
CC Auto Parts and Service.
CC Auto Parts and Service is open for your service and parts needs. CC Auto Parts and Service are offering pickup and delivery for all your auto repairs as well as parts. They have a pay over the phone option if needed. CC Auto Parts and Service are concerned for everyone's well-being and are doing their best at keeping a sanitary and healthy environment. Give them a call at 734-9515.
CC Auto Parts and Service. Service is the difference. We get it.
This is Jesse Johnson, Senior Vice President of Whitaker Bank's newest branch, located in downtown Danville at 218 West Main Street. Whatever your banking needs, Whitaker Bank is here to help. Give us a call at 859-236-9822 to discuss your options and let us put our experience and customer service to work. We look forward to speaking with you. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Great seats. We're practically sitting on the field. If you could sit here.
Your food and drinks will be right over.
Oh, yes! For the same price as way up here. Great seats. Right up here with a blimp. Why wouldn't you? It's the same with auto insurance. With discounts up to 40%, it's possible to get the personal service of a State Farm agent for the same or less than those other guys.
See your State Farm agent in Harrisburg, David Hopewell, and Randy Couch.
If you use electric appliances in the bathroom, garage, or outdoors, any place where moisture is present, you need a GFCI. The folks at your local electric cooperative want you to know that a GFCI, or ground fault circuit interrupter, will help you use those appliances safely by protecting you from electrical shocks. If you'd like to learn more about GFCIs, call your local electric cooperative. We're Kentucky's electric cooperatives, and our power is our people.
Intercounty Energy, a Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
This is the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report. And now, back to the show.
Joe Madison, Radio Rick, and Super Dave, and Tim and Teresa. We are live here at the Harrisburg Pizza Hut, where we'd love to have you join us. Rick, will you stop it? I'm trying to host a radio show here. Throwing trash at me when I'm talking. This is ridiculous. Can I work under these circumstances?
Hey, we want to give a shout-out to Joe Robinson Jr., Central Kentucky's biggest sports fan.
Yeah, Joe's listening to us, so we appreciate Joe, and he's always a fun guy to be around. Hopefully he can join us one of these nights out here at Pizza Hut. He's been out here before.
Yeah.
And I know he'd have a grand old time here at the 2023 edition of the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report. Let's start Lincoln County football with head coach Josh Jaggers. And, Coach, it's your second year at Lincoln County. Did the offseason seem to fly by for you as it did for me?
Yeah, and then some. I mean, it seems like every year, every year you're in this, it's going to be year 19. It just, you blink and it's here again, and it was a real good off season. And a lot of the reasons it flew by is because, I really felt like our off season was extremely productive. It was probably the best one. Well, not probably, but it was the best one that I've ever been part of in my 19 years coaching.
Yeah, and got some changes on your coaching staff. We know last year your defensive coordinator, Brett Barreline, he has taken a head coaching job at Bourbon County. You've got Mark Peach, who's come from Danville to help out on your coaching staff this year. Tell us about your coaching staff this year.
Yeah, it's all full circle with Coach Peach. Of course, he was my college coach when I was at Campbellsville. He was our head coach, and he, of course, in high school he played for Coach Harp, and Coach Harp was at Anderson. And then I ended up playing, for Coach Harp at Danville when we left here, and then again being coached by Coach Beach, and so yeah, it's all full circle. It's one of those things where connecting the dots between Coach Peach and Coach Harp and Dad, and obviously Chase and I are still real close. It's all full circle and then some, because Coach Harp retired and came back from Tennessee. He went to help Coach Peach at Anderson for 2 or 3 years, and a lot of stuff they did at Anderson was a lot of things that Dad did for Coach Harp when he was so it's all in the family, so to speak. So
yeah.
It's nice to get somebody, and Brett was the same way. We kind of came from the same defensive family minds with Coach Perry and Jeff Hester, and so it's nice when you can continue to get your guys, that are like family.
Yeah, you talked about everything coming full circle, and then you look at the first game of your schedule, Coach, and you got Casey County, who's led by head coach Levi Rogers, who was a 4-year starting quarterback at Lincoln County. And so now you look up, and there's a former Lincoln County player across the sideline. What do you know about Levi Rogers? He was a Southwestern assistant coach, I believe their defensive coordinator. Yeah. Very good Southwestern team last year. What do you know about his coaching style?
Levi's a heck of a coach. He was coordinator at Lincoln, with Coach Crutchfield. Obviously, as you said, he was a quarterback, 4-year player here at Lincoln. It was a quarterback on the last region title team, and as he played for Coach French. And Levi, he's a heck of a coach. He really is. He's called both sides of the ball. Myself and so he knows, to be good at one, you better know the other, and then some. It's kind of always been my belief, and and you could tell that. I mean, he, I know they lost quite a bit to graduation, but they got some guys that have stepped right up, and they look good. I mean, they fly around on defense, are extremely sound there offensively. They've got a really good scheme. They spread you out, get a lot of 10, 11, 21 personnel sets in the gun, and they keep you moving. You can turn the tape on and realize real quick if somebody's well coached. And Casey County's just that, and coming off one of the best seasons they've ever had. In terms of district titles, it's the best season they've ever had.
Yeah.
And they got some key pieces there that are still making them go, and then some. So it should be a good game Friday night.
Hey, you talked about they lost some to graduation. You all returned quite a bit, especially in your skill playmakers. The Horton boys are back, right? Sawyer and Seth Horton. So you have Sawyer back at quarterback. You have Seth back out there catching passes from his brother. Connor Davis is back. Reed Curlis is back. I'm sure I'm leaving off others. Those are ones, though, that just pop in my head. Some familiar names back, Coach, for you in year two, and I'm sure even more comfortable in the second year under your offense.
Yeah, they are. Unfortunately, one of the names you talked about right there, Connor Davis. Connor's out for a while. He had an ankle injury in a 7-on-7. We did two in July, and about the fourth play of the first one we did, he caught didn't look anything unusual. I mean, being the basketball player that he is too, he's gone up for rebounds higher and harder, and he just came down and broke his fibula. So hoping to get him back at the end of the year at some point. Of course, Reed's coming off; he's back, but essentially call it what it is. He missed his entire freshman year due to an ACL injury.
Yeah,
we've got some back, but a lot of those names that you mentioned are out right now, or and hoping to maybe get them back at the end of the year. We just need to try to stay healthy, which we haven't been able to yet, just based on, they've been completely freak things.
You got, again, Casey County on Friday in the Death Valley Bowl. Coach, question we always end with, what's the keys to a victory on Friday night to start your season off 1-0?
Yeah, win the big plays, the turnover battle, make less mistakes. Those three things. And then just coming off the ball and being physical at the point of attack. And, whoever does those things the best on Friday night is probably going to be your victor, like it is most every Friday night.
And that was Josh Jaggers, head coach at Lincoln County. And we are live at the Harrodsburg Pizza Hut. Get rid of the burger rut and hit the hut, Pizza Hut of Harrodsburg. All right, let's travel over to Boyle County. And Coach Justin Haddix, welcome back to the 20th year of the Pigskin Report.
Thank you for having me back on.
Back-to-back state championships. Is it really sunk in, Coach, what you've done, you and your coaches and players?
It's something that you kind of almost got to erase what you've done every year, and you got to restart, because that team did that. That leadership did that. Our coaches, we all reset, and it's people talk about which is the best one, and we say it all the time, so the next one is going to be the best one. So we're all the time trying to not get satisfied, not be comfortable. We're trying to work and get better every day.
You've got a good nucleus coming back, and you've actually got some new additions that I think are worth talking about. Josh Bixler, Maury Brown. We have Paul McClure and Clifton Yoakum. Talk about this new additions to the Boyle County Rebel family.
Yeah, Paul came over and he wrestled and did this, and really smart kid. Been dominant on the line of scrimmage for us so far in a couple scrimmages. Really been impressed with him. Picking up what we do and really buying into what we do. Demarie Brown is another one who's really he's very explosive. Saw him in some camps and done all the things he does. Watched him compete. He gets 0 to 60 top end speed as fast as anybody we got. So dynamic. He'll come down and hit you. Some of the other kids we haven't seen as much. Josh Bixler's been there and able to go through spring and do some work with us. He's been a really he's fun to have around. He's a kid you want to be around, plays hard, plays with a great motor, and kind of brings the juice every day. Clifton Yoakum's been hurt a little bit, so we've not really got to see him. And Jakeem Ray's got out there a little bit late, and Jakeem's going to be a good player for us too.
I'll tell you what, this offense on paper looks like it is going to be explosive. You got a lot of weapons, Coach. How are you going to share one ball with all this talent?
We talk about that a lot, about, there's a lot of plays to be made. Yeah, somebody may only and what coaches really look at of, parents and all that, they read the box score and they see if you scored a touchdown. I said, but people want to see what it means more to us, and we celebrate it probably more than we do touchdowns, is making the play, making the block, or if you run this route, if they're chasing Tavy, then, this kid, you're going to be able to score Keenan. Or if they're doing this one, so we talk about making the play, and it's all not about the ball. People want to make it about the ball, and I know the media's got to do that, and it's who scores and who's this, but it's about making the plays for our team to win, and we've got a great group of kids who love each other, and they work hard together, and they love, enjoying each other's successes.
Other than you said Clifton Young's banged up, is everybody else pretty healthy at this point?
Yes, we've a few little beats and bangs, but nothing serious as far as that goes. But our guys are just ready to get out and compete. After we've had scrimmage and got to see everybody, and now we're ready to get after it for real.
And you are going to get after it for real in a Rafferty's Bowl game, WKU, on Saturday night. You've got Gibson Southern from Indiana. What do you know about them, Coach?
Gibson Southern plays really they lost one game last year in Indiana. They play at a high pace on offense. Defensively, they got a lot of guys back, so they're a good team defensively, and we're going to have to play well. We're going to play the early game, so it's going to be hot, and we're playing on a college campus. Be a great atmosphere for high school football. I think the Rafferty's Bowl is a great bowl in the state, and we're looking forward to it.
Are they a big team, a team that's got speed?
They won. I don't know a whole lot about them just because we're the other state in this, but they're a quality team. I know they won a 7-on-7, so they like to throw the ball around. They've got some athletes, obviously, to be able to do that. So we're going to have to be ready to go against the pass, and then to win those, you got to have some athletes. So up front, it seems like they're pretty solid up there, but watching from film and not seeing them in person, that'll be something we just have to figure out as the game goes on.
Well, that's something that they're going to have to figure out too. Is you've got a lot. You got a lot of weapons just on offense, but special teams. Talk about the special teams. How this may be a real good edge for you this year.
It should be for us. Is we've got more quality depth than what I have is any year that I've been here. In my 4 years here, this is the most depth we've got in our skill positions of the running backs, linebackers, receivers. So our guys, that it should be an advantage for us on all the special teams that we're playing, because we're playing really good people that are going to be playing on those, and kind of give some of our starters on the other things a break, but because they're competing to play, and that's something a lot of times we talk to them about. You making plays on special teams, you're going to find a way on offense or defense too. So we try to make that there, and that should be an advantage for us.
You got a lot of kids going both ways, Coach?
We got 3 or 4 kids going both ways, which is what we've had in the years past. So, it's something we got to be in shape, and we're going to try to put our best 11 on the field in everything that we do.
Last question, Coach. Keys to a Boyle County win Saturday night over Gibson Southern in Indiana.
Well, it's always about the turnover battle. I feel like you got to take care of the ball. Can't beat yourselves. We got to tackle well in space. They do a good job of putting it in space, and when you play on those college games, the hashes are a little bit tighter, so it leaves some more open areas you got to cover. We got to do that, and you can't turn the ball over, and we got to limit the big play. We got to make them drive plays and continue drives, and not give them those quick scores. Thank you. Go Rebels.
All right, head coach Justin Haddix, Boyle County, the back-to-back-to-back. Joe corrected me on that. State champions.
Now, you were absent the last one.
Yeah,
you couldn't be
I
there,
guess
so that's why you had the
about it.
back-to-back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was there a whole year except for the state championship.
and they're every game except for the biggest one.
Well, you can be here. You're always an MVP here at the Harrodsburg Pizza Hut, because if you've not heard, boneless wings are 75 cents, or you get 8 for $6, 16 for 12, 24 for 18, or 48 of them. Them bad boys for $36. Get 2 large pizzas, 1 special, 1 topping for $23.99. Big New Yorker. That's a double pepperoni or CYO, 1 topping, $13.99. 2 medium pizzas up to 3 toppings, each $8.99. 1 large, up to 5 topping or specialty, $13.99. You want to order ahead? They'll have it ready for you. 859-734-5143, or I guess you can call Uber, get it delivered, have them deliver it. 859-734-5143. We're taking another timeout right here, and we'll be back. More from the 20th year of the Pigskin Report live from the Harrodsburg Pizza Hut. You're getting it on 99.5 FM WHBN, 103.9 FM WHIR, and stream live at hometownlive.net.
Is your vehicle in need of maintenance or repair? Perhaps you work a full-time job, have kids to run here and there, and can't be without your vehicle for days. We at CC Auto understand. We offer free pickup and delivery and same-day service on most all repairs. Let us take some of the load off your shoulders. Call CC Auto now at 734-9515. 734-9515.
CC Auto Parts and Service. Service is the difference. We get it.
This is Jason Tyler, loan officer at Whitaker Bank in Harrodsburg. Communication is key. That has always been my motto. Communicating with my customers, finding the best rate, and keeping my customer informed during the entire loan process is something that you can count on. Call me today at 859-734-3316 and let Whitaker Bank help you with your lending needs. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hey, this is Matt from Job Master Rental. Most of us may have some weekend free time, so when you find yourself looking at a home project, come see us at Job Master. We'll get you the right tool for any job. We can help you tackle home improvement projects to major construction and everything in between. Take advantage of our weekend special, one-day rental from 3 p.m. on Friday to 8 a.m. on Monday morning. From all of us at Job Master, go Rebs. Visit us at jobmasterrental.com. We have 2 convenient locations in Danville and Lebanon. Let us help master your job.
Intercounty Energy wants you to put safety first when you're working outside this summer. Always look up to see if there are overhead power lines, and be sure to stay clear of them. For safety's sake, always hire a professional to trim trees instead of doing it yourself. Remember, a tree limb cut in the wrong place could fall on a power line and cause you a world of hurt. If you do decide to do the work yourself, always protect your eyes and hands by wearing safety glasses and gloves. Intercounty Energy cares about your safety. Look up, be alert, and stay safe.
The Big Dinner Box from Pizza Hut. 2 pizzas, breadsticks, and boneless wings or pasta all in one box. Heck, swap in a third pizza if you want. It's your world. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Additional charge for more than one topping. Product availability, prices, and delivery areas, minimums, and fees vary. Delivery charge not a tip.
This is the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report. And now, back to the show.
Live here at the Harrisburg Pizza Hut, Joe Manis alongside Radio Rick, Tim and Teresa, as
That's
Rick
right.
is WLTNT.
Yeah, TNT.
Tim and Teresa are here. Super Dave is here
Super
as well.
Dave.
And we'd love to have you come out and talk high school football with us and eat some pizza in the process. And we're talking Danville Admiral football right now with head football coach Frank Parks. And, Coach, welcome to Danville and welcome to the Pigskin Report. Tell us a little bit about Coach Parks.
I ended up my football career at Georgetown College, played there from 97 to 99, was an All-American defensive back. Then shortly after that, I started coaching at East Jessamine High School for 2 years before I went to Madison Central, and I was there 7 years. I was the special teams coordinator, defensive back coach, ran the strength and conditioning program, wide receiver. Then I went to Bryan Station and was a DC for 2 years before named the head coach at Bryan Station for 8 years, and then went back to Madison Central for a year. And the past 2 seasons, I was the head coach at Berea Community High School.
Yeah, now you're here at Danville, and if I remember correctly from the press announcement where you were named head coach, you actually have a college football record, is that right?
Yes, it was most touchdowns, interceptions, touchdowns for a season. I tied it with like 4. I have 4 INTs for touchdowns.
Okay, prime time. All right, 4 pick sixes in one season, huh?
Correct.
Awesome stuff. And now you're here at Danville, Coach, and you gear up for the first game of your Admiral coaching career against the West Jessamine Colts. These 2 teams have not played in the Rye-Hurd scoreboard era, so I don't know if they've played ever, but I know at least in the last 25 years these 2 teams have not played. West Jessamine led by head coach Scott Marsh, who took over at West Jessamine in 2019. No doubt this team has gotten better since he took over. The year before he took over, they were 0-10. Since then, they're 13-17. Let's talk about Coach Marsh. Do you know much about Scott Marsh, the West Jessamine head coach?
I don't know a whole lot about him. I am familiar with some of the things he did, and he, like you said, he has done a great job of righting the ship down there and getting them steady. And
watching on film, they're very fundamentally sound. They do what they ask to do. So he has done a good job with that program up to this point.
Looking at them last year, this was really kind of a tale of two teams, so to say. It was the offense and the defense. The offense, one of the best in the entire Class 5A. They averaged more than 36 points per game, but they lost a lot to graduation. 96% of their rushing and receiving yards are lost to graduation, Coach. What do you know about this offense? What do you expect to see them do offensively?
Well, I have watched some film of them. Obviously, they like to put the ball in the air a little bit. Quarterback is very efficient, and you could tell they have some concepts on one side and have the ability to do some quick hitters on the other side. So, we're going to have to be fundamentally sound, make sure we're reading our keys, because they're a well-coached ball club, especially when you look at the offense, even though they have lost a lot of production. But I still think schematically they do some great things, and we're going to have to make sure we are doing what we have been taught and let our keys give us opportunity to have some success.
Yeah, they lost Jacob Jones, one of the state's best athletes. Led him in rushing, led him in passing. He accounted for more than 50 touchdowns last year, and over, I think it was 2,400 yards total or something like that. It was insane, the numbers that he put up. So when you lose a player like that, obviously you're going to take some hit production-wise, but do you expect to see them do some of the same things they had when Jacob Jones was under center?
Well, I think with his ability to be a dual threat, you won't see some of those same things. I think he will, as what I think, play to more of the strengths of the current quarterback and his arm and his ability to read. So I think it'd be a little bit more of a different approach, some of the same concepts. But I think when you have a guy back there like Jones, it's they don't come through very often, so it allows you to do a little bit more. So I think it'd be a little bit more scheming-wise, and we got a guy back there who's a dual threat and can do multiple things with the ball in his hand.
Yeah, and I misspoke. I said 2,400 yards. That was just his rushing yards. He accounted for 4,100 yards last year when you add up his rushing and his passing. Defensively, we did mention they struggled last year mightily with the number of points that they gave up in games. When you look, they gave up 549 points in 11 games. What do you expect to see out of them defensively?
Well, I think every year is a new year, different team, and I know them being the coaching staff, and him, Coach Barnes, I know he'll probably try to get that corrected as much as possible. And as I watched a little bit of them, they will do some little bit different things. And I think they'll be fundamentally sound. And, with us being young and experienced, we cannot worry about what they've done last year. We got to take advantage of the things that we can take advantage of and the mismatches with this defensive team that they're going to put out the field this Friday night.
Coach, what's the keys to a victory on Friday night to start your Admiral career as head coach off at 1-0? What do your Admirals need to do?
Well, I think it goes back to the basics. We got to block better on the perimeter, have less mental mistakes than we did these last two scrimmages, and then we got to execute. The name of the game is be fundamentally sound and execute. I think if we execute at a high level, then we'll be able to come out with a win. But it's all about, having a good week of practice and cut down on our mental mistakes and going out here and execute.
And that's new head football coach Frank Parks of the Danville Admirals. One more coach left to get. That is Mercer County's Craig Yeast. And, Coach, thanks for joining us again for the 20th year of the Pigskin Report.
Appreciate you having me.
Give us a little capsule review of where you feel like your team's at. You got the first game on Saturday night. How do you feel going into this last week of practice?
I feel pretty good. I wasn't overly pleased with our last scrimmage. And I told our players I'm not making excuses for you, but we had a lot of things going on. I wanted to see how we were going to handle adversity. So we got a chance to correct that. But I feel good about where we are. I feel good about our health. So now we're just working on a game plan to make sure that we're solid and go out and execute it. See how it goes when we play 4 quarters.
Now, I know what most coaches say, you're concerned with the team you're playing, but the biggest concern usually is with yourself, with the team that you have. So this is the last week to prepare for a bowl game, Fort Herod Bowl. Saturday night as you take on Taylor County at 8 o'clock, and you want people to turn out and be loud and proud for you all.
Absolutely. You know, it's going to be it should be a really good football game. You know, we have Wolford County and Bullitt East playing in the first game, which is Bullitt East defending state champ. So I expect us to have a big crowd. But when Mercer County takes the field, I would love for the whole town to be there to support everything that we're doing.
And these kids obviously deserve it. Now, Coach, tell us what you know about Taylor County's offense.
Well, offensively, they're big. They got a couple pretty good athletes. They got a good little quarterback who's the coach's son. And they got 3 backs that are pretty good. You know, they got a couple other additional guys out on the perimeter. But they're big up front. They got one of their big offensive linemen. He's, you know, a University of Kentucky commit, and they're going to line up and run behind him. He's just a big physical young man. So I expect them to be big, be physical, and be able to make some plays with their young men on the perimeter because they have a few of them.
Now, do they like to run the ball more than throw, Coach?
Well, I think that they're going to run the football. You know, I believe that as the head coach down there, Coach Parkey's, you know, that's his bread and butter. But, you know, also when you have a young man that can run and throw the football and is extremely smart like they do at quarterback, and they got a few athletes, you know, that makes them multi-dimensional. So I expect to see a little bit of everything from them in the run and the pass game. So we got to be prepared for everything.
What about defense? What are they liable to throw at you, do you think?
Well, you know, I think they're going to be a multiple 4-down defense. I think we'll get a lot of different coverages from the back end. I think we'll get some man, some cover 3, some cover 2. I think we're going to get a little bit of everything from them. And I expect them to blitz, you know. So I expect 4 down, expect multiple coverages, and we're expecting blitz. They have some good athletes. Again, they got some big, thick kids in the middle on their defensive line and some speed on the edges. I expect them to be just as physical on the defensive side of the ball as I expect them to be on the offensive side.
So that's really going to, if they like to blitz, that's going to put a lot of pressure on your line for sure. And then everybody else is going to have to make sure to maintain their blocks or at least slow down that rush.
Absolutely. You know, anytime you play a team, for us, it's all about execution and playing with our eyes up and really communicating. So we're going to have to do a really good job of playing with great effort, communicating everything that we see, so that we don't have any run-throughs, free run-throughs, so we can protect our quarterback and open up some holes for our running backs. And then on the defensive side of the ball, we need to be gap sound, and we need to tackle well, and we need to make sure that we read all of our keys and get lined up right. You know, all the mental things, the discipline things, the toughness, the attitude. You know, we got to put it all together and have a great game this weekend.
How do you match up special teams-wise?
I think special teams are going to be fairly even. You know, I think it's really a matter of effort. We're trying to get our young men to realize that we can win games through special teams and we can lose games through special teams. You know, we want to win with our special teams. So I think right now it's even. We got some kicking, a little competition between a few of our kickers that we're working out. I'm not sure what they're doing, but I know they're going to kick. I know they're going to cover, and they're going to have a great plan for us in their special teams, so we got to be solid and ready to go.
Keys to a Mercer County victory Saturday night over Taylor County.
Well, first things first is offensively we got to protect the football. Defensively we got to tackle well and turn them over. And lastly, we got to play harder than they do and score more points. Simple as that.
Coach, best of luck in practice the rest of the week. Best of luck in the game Saturday night. We'll talk to you again next Monday night.
All right, man. Sounds good, Rick. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Go Titans.
There you go. Appreciate
Somebody
that.
else says go Rebels.
Yeah, there you go, Rebels, go Titans, and that's Coach Craig Yeast.
I think it should be an interesting year, Joe,
yeah.
high school-wise around here.
And I actually saw there's a game going on Thursday. There's one game in the entire state Thursday night. It's like Newport versus Northern Kentucky. But I guess technically the high school football season kicks off Thursday for those two teams. But for us, it's Friday, where you have 4 area teams playing on Friday. 2 of those games will be on the Hometown Radio Network. We'll start off with those 2 games. Garrett County takes on Greene County. That's a 6 o'clock kickoff on our sister station, Z105 WRNZ FM. Danville takes on West Jessamine. It's scheduled 8:30. maybe a little bit later than that. It's the second game of the Jessamine County Bowl. So East Jessamine is playing, I think, Wayne County first, and then Danville West Jessamine second. So whenever that first game ends, probably about 30 minutes or so after that one,
at least,
is when the Danville West Jessamine game will take the air. That'll be on 103.9 FM WHIR, your home for Admiral football. Also, Friday night, we get to see Davey Buchanan make his Anderson County debut, taking on the Rockcastle County Rockets as they travel to Lawrenceburg to take on the Davey Buchanan-led Anderson County Bearcats. 7:30 kickoff for that one. And Casey County is at Lincoln County. They're in the Lincoln County Bowl. 8 o'clock kickoff for that one between Casey County, the former Lincoln County quarterback, coaching Casey County, taking on his alma mater, the Lincoln County Patriots. All that on Friday. A couple games Saturday as well. Boyle County travels down to Western Kentucky University, the alma mater of their head coach, Justin Haddock. It's going to be a long drive for you, Radio Rig, about 2.5 hours down there to WKU, the Rafteries Bowl.
At least it's not on Friday.
Yeah, not on a Friday.
That
it's a Saturday.
Would be an even longer day for
me. Be a long day, but that's a 6 o'clock. That is Eastern time.
Yes.
5 o'clock Central. So if you're going to Central time, just go into that game. Be aware of that time change. You're going to Central time, so it drops back an hour. So it'll be 6 o'clock here, 5 o'clock Central time there Saturday. And then Taylor County is at Mercer County for the opening game for the Mercer County Titans. That is the Little Caesars Fort Herod Pizza Bowl or something like that. 8 o'clock is the kickoff for that one on 99.5 FM WHBM between the Taylor County Cardinals and the Mercer County Titans. So again, you got Garrett, Greene County, Danville, West Jessamine Friday. You got Boyle, Gibson, Southern out of Indiana, and Taylor County, Mercer County on Saturday for our area teams.
And you've got the 75-cent boneless wings. You get 8 of them for $6, 16 for $12, 24 of them for $18, and 48 of them bad boys for $36. 2 large pizzas, 1 specialty and 1 topping for $23.99. You get the Big New Yorker. It's a double pepperoni or CYO, 1 topping, $13.99. 2 medium pizzas up to 3 toppings, $8.99 each. A 1 large up to 5 topping or specialty, $13.99. Now they got the melts, Joe. The meat lovers, the buffalo chicken, the chicken, bacon, Parmesan, pepperoni lovers. The melts are
That's what
very
Super Dave
good.
got.
Yes.
Super Dave got the meat lovers melt.
Yes. And the sandwiches. They got the buffalo chicken, the black forest and ham. That's what I got. That was really good. And the fries are real good here, too, if you've not tried them. Honey barbecue chicken, the Supremo, black forest ham, pepperoni, premium salami, provolone.
That's what I got. Has like
rubber
Italian
tomatoes.
dressing on it, too. It's really good.
I was getting that. Shredded lettuce and
sorry about
Italian dressing on a Parmesan crusted.
Excuse me.
Chicken Parmesan. That's you want to say what's in that?
Yeah, that was good. Whatever it was, I don't know what was on it.
No,
but it was
chicken
good.
Parmesan.
Oh, chicken Parmesan.
Yes,
chicken
that's what I was talking about.
Chicken.
Read my lips.
Probably chicken, Parmesan cheese, and marinara sauce. I would guess.
All right.
And lettuce. Is there lettuce on there too?
If you want it.
Okay.
Okay. Doesn't say on here, but
You can have lettuce on it if you want to.
Yeah, you can have lettuce on it if you want to. That's going to do it for another. We still got a couple more minutes yet.
A couple more seconds. Yeah. Again.
Seconds.
Yeah.
No, we got minutes.
Friday night, Garrett County, Greene County, 6 o'clock.
1,000, 3, 1,000, 4.
Please don't. 6 o'clock on Friday. That game's at Lincoln County, too. Garrett County, Greene County is at Lincoln County. That's the first game of the Lincoln County Bowl.
Yep.
So you can go to Stanford. You can see Garrett County play the first game, Lincoln County play the second game, or not a far travel distance as well if you want to see Danville play Friday, taking on West Jessamine there Friday at East Jessamine. That's the bowl game at East Jessamine. So, again, you're going to want to watch Danville, West Jessamine. Go to East Jessamine for that one. Boyle County is at WKU for their game. Taylor County at Mercer County. Titans at home on Saturday.
That's going to do it for us. For Super Dave, TNT, Tim and Teresa, Joe Mathis, Rick Schobel. We'll be back again with you next Monday night from the Harrisburg Pizza Hut, the 20th year of the Pigskin Report. Thanks to Robert Wagner back at the station, spinning the dials, and thanks to you for listening. It's been another live sports presentation of the Hometown Radio Network. Blow that whistle, son.
This has been the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report, brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agents in Danville and Harrodsburg, CC Auto Parts and Service, Whitaker Bank, Jobmaster Rental, and Pizza Hut. Join us every Monday evening at 6 during football season for the Pigskin Report on the Hometown Radio Network and hometownlive.net.
This is WHBN Harrodsburg, The Rooster, broadcasting on AM 1420 and now FM 99.5. Now, the news.